What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast and Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I am joined by the podcast dad, Choops. How are we feeling, man?
Allergies are destroying me right now. Sorry if I sound awful, but I'm not going to let allergies beat me for WrestleMania week. I'm here. I'm ready to talk. You might be talking a little bit more today because I sound like shit, but hey, we're ready to go.
Let's be honest. It's great that we have guests today because these are the easiest guests that we have that basically just give them a live microphone and just pray that we don't get canceled. No, it's a fun episode. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. As always, make sure to give us a follow on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod, but most importantly, do us a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on the road to the 500 subscribers. We need your help to get there. Podcast dad, I believe the tally is 453, if I'm not mistaken. Tell our friends at home what they should do.
Please tell one person if you like what we're doing. You're going to see really fun. I don't even want to call it an interview. Just a fun chat today with some people that we've come to, get to know and enjoy, and maybe that can be you one day, but there's only one way to do it, and that's please subscribe to our channel.
Yes, and while you're at it, give our friends over at the Main Event Wrestling Network a follow on all social media platforms and subscribe. We are on the road to 100 subscribers over there. We have got a busy Mania week schedule with all the content going out. I believe that Tino has just dropped a 2K25 simulation of both nights, so you may want to make sure that you check that out on his, I believe it's his Twitch channel as well as his YouTube channel. We have got not one, not two, but three main event mixers this weekend breaking down Stand and Deliver. Both nights of WrestleMania, brand new episode of NXT Night Shift recapping NXT dropped last night. Shout out to Mr. OTM and J Gold. And what else am I missing here? Podcast dad. It's a busy calendar, but all of it's on all of the socials there. I apologize if I missed anything, Mr. OTM. Fernando is in the house. Good to see you tonight, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Podcast dad.
Yeah.
It's been
Real quick with the mixers, the Junkies will be on for all three of them, one way or another. I think I'm on Friday, and we're both on Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
So please,
is
tune in to see my beautiful face.
Hopefully that voice has gotten better, though. Too soon? That's what I thought. Podcast dad, I want to send a special shout out to our friends at Progress Wrestling. Once again, we did have our Chapter 179 preview show yesterday. Thank you again to Adam Priest for joining us, talking about his upcoming 5-way match for the Proteus Championship. If you've not seen that episode yet, it is in our archives. Make sure to check that out. Tomorrow, we will be doing our episode of After the Empire, the official post-show of Coastal Empire Wrestling. You can give them a follow on X at CEW Savannah. Simon's Slaughterhouse had everybody talking. Springtime Slaughter was one for the books, and there was a lot of good shit coming out of it. And we did get a chance to catch up with the winners of that just violent evening. The Good Hand, Tyler Stevens, and Shug D. Yeah. They're not getting any more humble with each set of gold that they collect.
They aren't. And you're forever chaotic Coastal champion.
This motherfucker.
Hey, Hakeem Young, shout out. Right there.
God, come on, man. Like, what happened to you? You changed.
Change for the better. Grow.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I am too tired to even try to roast you, so I'm going to let our guests do it. Please welcome our friends, the voices of TWE, Rob Weathers and Mose, one of the most dynamic duos in commentary in the Southeast right now. Gentlemen, thank you for having us, but seriously, start by roasting his ass, please.
Please do.
I outsource.
Yeah, fuck your podcast, Dad.
Thank you. Anytime.
So effective.
Just look at this one. No words.
No words.
So,
I take offense to what you guys said before we hopped in here. You said that we might do something to get you guys canceled. In what world?
I
didn't say that.
It's like what could I possibly say? It's not like I'm the kind of guy that would accidentally say fuck during a TWE show or anything like that.
No, you haven't said anything about Lexus King on the show either.
Oh, I didn't.
We agreed that was going to stay off air, guys.
I didn't say a word.
Mose, I'm going to start with you, though, because first time to the Wrestling Junkies podcast, welcome. Second of all, you are in Vegas right now for WrestleMania week, so you've just touched down. Tell us what the vibe's like so far.
Yeah, it's sick, man. The weather's tight. It's like we got here last night and really just got in time to go grab dinner and gamble a little bit. But today it's been like 70s, a little breeze in the air. Not been down too much. We're literally like 3 minutes from this sick bar with like really, really good food. Found that out by accident. So that's kind of been the day. The heaters are touching down in like 3-ish hours. And then we're gonna hit the town. The Hoodfoot is somewhere in Vegas, I believe. I haven't confirmed with my own eyes, but I've been told by sources. So yeah, should be fun tonight and tomorrow. I think 132 is the Circle Six show that Heater's on, and we're off to the races.
Nice. Fucking A.
Yeah, awesome. This is going wherever you guys want to go. Quite honestly, you guys, what are you guys most excited for this weekend? Is it a certain independent you're looking forward to? Are you guys excited for WrestleMania this year? I know the build's been a little, I wouldn't say fantastic, but a little bit of maybe we got too excited for what the potential was. What are you guys looking forward to this weekend?
I'm definitely looking forward to main event Sunday, like Cena, just because it's Cena. I don't watch a ton of like WWE, AEW stuff unless it's like someone sends it to me or it kind of blows up or it's like someone I'm close to. But obviously the Cena stuff I've kept up with. There's a couple other matches on Mania like I'm definitely interested in. But yeah, like it's the same way with AEW. It's got to be something really kind of juicy, you know what I mean, for me to keep up with it. But it is like there's enough there that I'm excited to sit down and check it out both nights.
I am most for that inevitably kicks in. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. That'll be my highlight for this week. Wrestling go. I watch Mania. I same as Mose. Like I don't regularly watch the products. Sometimes, like my wife watches every show every day. I think that is just serial killer behavior. Like there's no possible way I'm sitting down 7 days a week. Like I've already got a call on most weeks, like 10 to 12 hours of wrestling every weekend. Why the fuck do I want to watch another 10 to 12 at least? But that's just me. I mean the show I'm sure is going to be fun. It's always, if anything, it's the spectacle, right? Like I mean, it's always this. It's a big spectacle. Cena and Rhodes. I mean, it's interesting. If anything, I've got an idea of where it's going to go, and I hope it doesn't go where I think it's going to go because I would hate that. But once again, WWE's been doing a great job, I think, of surprising people. The predictability since the new regime took over a couple of years ago hasn't been as bad. They could really catch us with some fun shit. But yeah, I mean, I kind of want to. Talking to you guys a little bit off air about this. I of y'all's Progress episode yesterday. I was a huge Progress fan pre-pandemic, and I see they've got some of the I don't want to say old school talent on there, but like some of the folks that I recognize from whenever I used to watch Progress are going to be on that show. Priest is wrestling for one of the belts. That's fire. I kind of want to watch that one. I think out of everything, that's that and Blood ones I really want to watch.
Priest Suzuki too is fucking awesome.
Oh God, yeah. You ain't lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is, and I know that you guys don't necessarily follow a ton here, but Rob, I specifically want to ask you this just because I just want to hear the visceral reaction. Everything going on with Charlotte, Tiffany Stratton, did they go off script? Did they not go off script? Shade was thrown, shade was caught. Like, what are you thinking so far about how this has been handled, either from a character standpoint, shoot, however you want to? Floor is yours.
What? Why are you waiting for me to say something? What am I going to do?
Because you love the tea. You know you do.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, you're 100% right.
The fact that the fact that you're questioning the fact that I asked you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's guilty.
Yeah,
cruelty
right.
is charged.
I mean, look, dude, I understand. Look, here's the thing, guys. I know what the view count looks like every time I come on the show because there's a lot of people that don't like me. And they expect me to come on here and say some out-of-pocket shit. So I kind of want to do what I did last one and subvert expectations and be really, really nice. Fortunately for everybody else, I haven't been drinking tonight. I've been smoking. That smoking Rob's a different Rob. He hates everything. I don't know, dude. Like it's the only thing from that episode of SmackDown that I heard anything about, or Raw, whichever one it was. Yeah, it's right there. I don't even know what show it happened. I think it was because I want to say Carmen was telling me about it because I think we EW that night. He was telling me on the ride back, which real quick, shout out to Carmen, who just made it public a little while ago that he is about to become a father for the first time.
Daddy.
And I am going to be the greatest uncle on the planet. I found out about this a few weeks ago, though. I think I might have been the first person they told. I found out because on my birthday, he sent me a picture of the 3 pregnancy tests next to each other and said, "Happy birthday, you're going to be a godfather." So that's cool.
Nice.
That is pretty cool.
But yeah, we were talking about this Tiffany Charlotte thing on the drive home from that show, and I mean, obviously, I think the biggest problem with the whole thing is right now a lot of the conversation is just about were they shooting on each other in that promo. You know, I think that takes away from everything else. Just everybody's worried about and that's a line that we always walk in wrestling is there's a lot of promoters that like that whole, you know, let's make them think it's real. I just recently left a promotion that really loves to make everybody think it's real by using real shit. And there's problems whenever you do stuff like that, because I think that you shift the focus too much with the fans. And I don't think the fans are actually worried about what actually is going to happen as far as the outcome of this match goes. They just care if they really hate each other or not. Outside of that, I mean, they're both very, very good. I'm sure that, you know, if they are on the same page, which I'd like to hope they are, that this will probably be at worst case scenario a good match, because they're both very, very good at what they do. As far as characters go, they're not near my top of my list of my favorite characters or promos in wrestling. But I mean, as far as the in-ring goes, I think they're both awesome, and I'm sure it'll be a good match.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah.
That diplomatic, or did that bury enough?
Disappointed.
Yeah, no,
that was.
But it does. It kind of
like
piggyback off what Rob was saying. It definitely like you're kind of messing with expectations too there when you really lean into that stuff. Like it can be cool, but if everybody's coming in thinking it's like this crazy, you know, like we're gonna stab each other in the face, and then we open up with like a spear, yeah, that can be, you know,
sure.
Let's just call it what it is. It wasn't cool. It was annoying. Why is nobody else angry? Like, why do I have to be the angry one? This was dumb. This was so dumb. I didn't care about the match before. I care about it less now. This was dumb. They went a step too far. And then what really irked me was the SmackDown afterwards. They said, oh, they're under disciplinary actions for going over the line. And then they work a parking lot brawl. And then that got disciplinary actions too. Like, stop blurring the line. Like, I don't need it blurred. This feud never needed it.
I can't believe anyone would ever let a talent grab a microphone and say some wild personal shit like that during a promo. Like, I just can't fathom a promotion ever letting anyone do that. You know, that just seems ridiculous to me. And me personally, guys, I wouldn't stand for such.
Yeah.
No, you would not.
No, you would not. No, you're right. You're right.
Moses writing this shit down.
All right, so I gotta ask some TWE questions right now, guys. Because Sink or Swim this past weekend, Darian Bengston makes his return and makes it clear he's coming back for the TWE championship that he never lost. Aaron Wade just seems to have infinite resources these days, and it's a little sus. But Mose, tell us about that reaction in the building once that car pulled up.
It was crazy because I had no idea it's happening. You really had, after the night it was, especially started off the way it did. So many great matches, huge moments, crazy bloodbath. Like everyone hated each other. It was awesome, but we're exhausted. It's been a long night, and then this is it was so total chaos. I think it said a lot that Darian. Again, you're wanting it in front of everybody. You're coming out in the yard and hitting the biggest dog, which I mean, Aaron Wade is not the biggest dog, but great
He is.
striker, and
He's the
true fifth degree black belt. So, you got to respect it. He's a goofball at times, but really, it made it cooler in a way because it was Tank. Because for Aaron Wade, that's where a lot of this version of Wade, the best version of him, the undisputed champion of him, really, really started with his attack on Tank and that confidence he got out of it. So he just has this crazy moment, retains and beats Tank again. Awesome moment for Darian. Big match in less than 2 weeks now. I'm hoping to see Darian. I think Friday I'm hoping to hang out. So definitely we'll be asking some questions. Did a good job of not letting anybody know, because we knew he was healthy. I saw him in action a few weeks ago where he actually tagged with Adam Priest. So that I knew he's back, but did not, when we would see at TWE. So huge moment. And again, I think Aaron Wade's got to be a little bit worried.
Should be. At least he kept his clothes on.
Well, yeah, what he's doing is a sin, but that's a whole other conversation. What he's doing with that title he should be thrown under the jail.
Dude, he keeps the belt. How wild is that, dude? He keeps doing it. He knows his dick has been there.
And when was the last time, Rob? Let me ask you this. We see Wade a lot. When was the last time you saw him without that title? He always has that title on him. He's very proud of it, which again, I understand, but the level of almost his obsession, it tells you he'll do anything to keep it, but I don't know, man.
Just like that. I mean, you're 100% correct. It doesn't leave his sight anymore whatsoever. But two, you just nailed it. It's the whole thing is, I think he knows he has to stay a step ahead of everybody at this point. That's why you're seeing the lawyers and you're seeing, the Cullen, and he had 5 or 6 other students at Sink or Swim as well. And then, whatever that relationship is with him and Mad Dog, attacking.
Where are their parents at?
Surprised the fuck out of me.
Yeah, no kidding. They're all 8. I don't know. That was weird, dude. Every one of them.
And Mad Dog, I think Mad Dog made maybe some post about it, insinuating that he wants to get after Tank, but again, I just could not have been a worse time.
Yeah, and I think Wade is very, very well aware that he has to keep these walls up around him. He has to. There it is. He has to stay one step ahead of everybody, because at any moment, if he lets down, he's fucked. Because, as you said, I would. Biggest dog either at this moment in time, and I can't believe this is a sentence that I'm saying about Aaron Wade, possibly the smartest, possibly.
Wow.
But dude, look, Darian's back. That man was champ for a long ass time, and I would love for him to be champ for a long ass time again. That's
never lost it.
Never lost it.
It's true. It's true. Should we talk about the other champion and kind of what Dylan's been doing and what the hell's going on with Bosby? And
we don't have to.
The AD.
Just gloss over that one.
Yeah.
I was shocked when all that happened. You got to think real quick when the night that all that unfolded at Action, I was out of the country, and as Rob pointed out, New Daddy CMC was on the call for me that night at Action. So I'm a world away hearing about this, and you know what I mean? I literally talked to Dylan a week before, maybe less than a week, I guess, 3 or 4 days before, kind of just picked up some Action notes, talked some things out. And I wanted to kind of know the this and that's about the show I'd be missing. So it was shock and awe, and it's amazing to me. Think of all the talent. I know Rob and I have talked about this, I believe, on commentary before. Think of all the talents that Dylan Hells has had his name on, been around, but never has he put his name on someone like this of Tim Bosby. I think that's really telling, and he's already put together with Dylan's help an absolute like a student of the game. Obviously, Dylan respected across the board in professional wrestling and knows so much about it and the little things and the moments that when the refs kind of overhear where to go. So it's like having this, really high IQ. It's like Bill Belichick, because he's old too, by the way. Dylan Hill's old. But it's like Belichick with a quarterback that's not Nico Amaliva right now. It's an insane setup.
Wow.
That's a great way to put that. Like that's the perfect way to
Yeah.
put that.
Mm-hmm.
Belichick had the hoodie. Dylan's got the shorts. Yeah, man, same shit.
Shorts got shucked. Spoilers. Minor spoilers, if you know what I'm saying.
My goodness.
Nailed it.
Of course. It always
Yeah.
goes this way. It always goes this way. So whatever reason
That's
when
right
it goes on,
there.
it always goes somewhere.
That's
He didn't
fine,
even
man.
say it this time.
I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
It's just your presence. It encourages it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's right though. Fuck Dylan.
Well, I'm not a snitch. We'll say Rob said there were no rules, so
Yeah.
There are
There
no
are no
rules.
rules.
There are
No, we're just talking shit,
Now Dylan's gonna come on and yell at us, but
Fuck him, dude. He ain't gonna do
Don't do that.
nothing.
See,
Always
that's
gonna
what
be-
I've been saying. Yeah,
Do
that's
everything-
you, Chris.
that's fine. When he pulls our tickets, I don't want to hear
Nah,
it.
That's funny. That's funny. He ain't gonna do shit.
Papa
Anyway,
don't-
so let's not all talk at once. But
You're the host. I mean, you guys busted my
Yeah,
balls
yeah.
because that one time, the first time I got high and came on here, I hijacked the show. Trying to be
Get him, Rob.
You
quiet.
did though. It was hilarious though.
Yeah, Mo, you can't believe that would happen. Right?
I wouldn't even call it a
You didn't
hijack. Like,
hijack
that's
it.
I'm
no,
sitting
I
here.
wouldn't even-
I
it's a
will speak
friendly
when I'm
chat.
spoken
It's a
to. Guys.
fireside chat. Oh Jesus. Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Now you want to follow? Okay. All right. No. All right.
There are no rules. You said follow the rules.
Yeah.
There are no rules.
Yeah. So Vegas. Let's get back to that. So as you know that you want to highlight some indies there. At this point, WWE ID prospects, like that's kind of the big talk of the town. Have you heard or seen anything kind of on the ground or hearing any rumblings of any favorites, odds on favorites, promotions where there's going to be a lot of excitement related to that so far?
Yeah, I would say the most, and I'd love to know what if you would agree or not. I would say the most talked about talent in this tournament is probably Atticus, like at least here of late. Now I don't know. I know on the day I'm saying like of this whole show, I don't know anyone being talked about like Atticus when that was announced. I know Atticus has such a huge following; it's not that big a deal. But for it to be, this huge kind of coming together of GCW, WWE ID, WWE as a whole, and everyone's like Atticus Cogar, brother. Like, who gives a shit about this and that? It's like Atticus needs to be ID'd, and that to me might be one of the biggest kind of question marks. Like, I'm not saying he will or won't or whatever, but just that of someone that's had the journey of an Atticus Cogar. To be in this position where people are literally like, if he's not ID'd, we'll riot is pretty crazy. I think the tournament's probably going on pretty, like, if not soon already, you know what I mean? Like, it's probably going on right now. And I know that, like, with so many names on it of that program, which I think you're either in or out on what we've heard about, what the internet wrestling community, what they think about it. But it's an exciting from that independent perspective, which again, you're going to have a lot of eyes on talent from maybe different people. And that's what we always talk about. If you have, some kind of anybody that maybe sees you that normally wouldn't, then let's ride. So yeah, I mean, for me, again, like, I think that the idea that people are like, Atticus is the story of this tournament or this day of the whole show, is pretty crazy. Like, really is.
Yeah, I didn't have that on my bingo card.
Yeah,
at all, really. But the groundswell, I like to see moments like these just because it's just that's the good side of wrestling, and I think that's really fucking cool. So, I can't wait to see what happens with it.
I'll kick it over to Rob. With WWID, because I don't think we've talked since this has kind of become a big thing. Have you seen like more buzz around independent events now? Because we don't know when this is going to happen. Like, is there chatter in the locker room? Like, what has this done for independent wrestling so far?
It's weird. I don't think there's as much as people would expect. I think that it also depends on where you go, and who's doing the talking, because it's just like you said, there's still so many question marks. You know, the initial launch of the ID, you know, and talking about those handful of like the first few picked wrestlers that they got for the ID program, like all of that just like oddly made sense to me. Like one of the first sentences out of my mouth was, "Oh, this is how they find out how to bring Sean Legacy into the fold finally." Because like ever since the first time I saw that guy wrestle years ago at a Southern Honor show, I was just like, "How is that fucking guy not in NXT or something?" You know, because he just looked everything that they would want, can do shit. You know, so it's like there's still just everybody's got as many questions as anybody else. We don't know anything. I mean, I am interested to see where it goes, because it is one of those things that I think if this was a handful of years ago, I would see it maybe not as much of a positive light as I kind of see it in right now, because I do think it absolutely can not only do very well for the WWE and their prospects, but it can do very well for other independent promotions and create buzz around other independent promotions that are associated or use talent that is associated. If this was years ago, like I think a really good example of this, actually talking about Progress, like we've been doing a little bit, whenever the WWE UK thing happened, that killed Progress. Like that just destroyed them, destroyed the overseas ICW. I think WXW took a hit. Like a lot of those like big European companies like got fucked out of that. But I don't think this is the same kind of thing where it's just going to demolish whole territories like that did. It's one of those things that I still very much have a wait and see mindset behind it. I'd like to see what happens. I'd like to see what kind of expansions make, what it really means for the talent that gets selected to participate in it.
Yeah. It's all about what your expectations are, what you're like as a promoter. I'm saying of using, because most promotions will, you know, have the WWE ID, you know, little banner, whatever on the flyer. And so I think it's about your audience. I think maybe with the right audience, I think. So, for instance, we had one on Action. It was Legacy versus Jackson Drake, and it was a WWE ID match for sure. But I'm not sure a lot of the more of like they knew Legacy a little more, and then Jackson, who, if you're not familiar with Jackson Drake, have like he's got his man body like the last 2 or 3 years. I hadn't seen him, and absolutely. Oh my God.
So Mose, I think we're kind of hearing you kind of cut out there a little bit there. I don't know if you can hear me when I say that, but yeah,
it looks good.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, it's
you were getting into it. It looked great.
We do have. I got like an airplane flying out, kind of. I think there's always an airplane in the sky, like near us. But yeah, it's all about using for the ID.
Yeah, Mr. Cincinnati.
Europe. You don't have to. You don't have to.
It's your turn. Is that better? Is that my playing by the rules now? He dropped rules on me too. I don't know where this came from.
You ever have that moment when you really just want to nut tap the person you spend the most time with on, you know, with microphone or with headphones in your ears? What do you do not to do that? Because it's I'm ready to reach the screen here.
With Carmen, I usually just want to punch him in the face. Hey. And it takes everything in me not to do it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, if you want a nut tap, that's fine. I've had my kids. I don't need them.
I just go yell out.
Probably saving me money on a surgery.
Okay,
let's real quick. Well, no, wait. I don't want anybody stepping on my face. Let's talk real quick. I know it's Mania week, but Eric and I have now been involved 2 years in a row with a pretty big tournament that you guys will be involved in the SCI. We've had a couple names announced so far. Out of the 5, because I know maybe you know a little more. But out of the 5, who are we most excited for?
I mean, Cruel is always interesting because that's like, what do you do with, like, what do you do? We've seen him stabbed and ran over probably. Like there was an exorcism or something with Matt Tremont. So that's the most interesting, in my opinion, right away. Was you're going, because the STI, very family friendly, which not that cruel, but you never know what kind of chaos. So that for me that's kind of hard to beat.
Dude, Vinny Masson announced. Isn't that awesome?
That is really cool. That is cool. Yeah.
Could be the dark horse because such a veteran.
Yeah. No, I can't say I disagree with that at all. I mean, it's one of our favorite weekends of the year, and hopefully we don't get any trash spilled on us this time. No trophy shrapnel.
I hope so. That was fun.
Yeah. No, it was definitely a good time to be had. Yeah. All right, gentlemen, as we kind of wrap this up here, tell everybody what's coming up. Mose, we'll start with you. It's your first time on the show, so where can everybody find you on social media? Tell us where they can find you if you're in Vegas out and about.
Yeah. Thank you again for having me on. Very cool. Appreciate everything y'all do for TWE and just wrestling as a whole. I'm at Mose KOBK. I know tomorrow I'm kind of just chilling. This weekend I came up. I know I'm invited to a couple of shows to kind of chill and maybe hop on here and there, but I'm really just here to kind of like hang out. Sport Heater, he's got a show tomorrow on the Circle 6 show, and then want to shout out the Marks R Us show at Cenobite. May have some surprises there. But yeah, just appreciate y'all. Thank you for the support and everything y'all do. And yeah, man, again, anytime you want to have me come say dumb stuff, I'm down.
Anytime. Yeah, no, of course, anytime. We're certainly happy to have you on. Hope that we get to have you back on soon. Be safe, enjoy Vegas, and take lots of pictures, man.
Deal. Appreciate
you. Yeah, of course. And Rob, as we get ready to head out here, where can everybody find you on social media? What do you have coming up?
I'm at Sweet Sexy Rob. That's the thing. What do I have coming up, man? Just there's TWE, man. New directions. Darian Bengston is going to beat the shit out of Aaron White. That's what I'm pumped on.
If I recall correctly, you're also a commissioner of Crash Course. Anything that you want to say about what's going on over on that on Monday nights here? Seems like there's some things that have been unfolding.
Yeah, fuck Damon Stryker. That's what we got to say about Crash Course.
Yeah, come on, whoa!
Look, I mean, and this is going to be a learning exercise for me as the commissioner, because I am an aggressive individual and I don't like being tested. I definitely don't like whenever somebody gets in my face and then shoulder checks me as they walk past me. But I also, I have to be the authoritative individual in this situation. I cannot think with, I can't let the intrusive thoughts win. That doesn't mean that I have to be impartial, but that doesn't mean I have to be unbiased. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, fuck Damon Stryker. That's what we got going on here. Jameson Shook's going to beat the shit out of him next week.
Yeah, probably.
That's a few weeks ago. It was fuck Sigrid. Let's see who it is next month. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Wise
words from the commission. Don't piss him off.
I'm not. No, I would never dream of it. You seem like you might.
I piss everybody off. It's fun.
Yeah, it's okay. It's part of your charm, honestly.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, Rob, always great to have you on, my friend. This is just, it's just always a pleasure. So thank you again. Congratulations to Carmen. That is going to do it for all of us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Follow us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But most importantly, subscribe to that YouTube channel, Podcast Dad. Tell our friends what they should do.
just tell one person if you like what we are doing here, if you like wrestling content, if you like, bashing on shitty football teams. We're here for that. I love doing it. Like I said yesterday, it's his Super Bowl, not mine, because I know what that is. I know what that feeling feels like, but it's WrestleMania weekend. We're excited. Come join us, have some fun. We get to partner with a lot of great independent promotions. Independent wrestling is the lifeblood of pro wrestling. Please help us continue to support them by supporting us. So please, 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 please subscribe to our channel.
That is going to do it for us tonight. For Sweet Sexy Rob, for the podcast dad, I'm Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies podcast. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode of After the Empire Breaking Down Springtime Slaughter. Till then, enjoy the graps.